Hello everyone, this is the first ever video of Cooking with Charlie. Today we are making key lime pie. So for this, you will need 4 egg yolks, 1 14-ounce can of sweetened condensed milk, half a cup of key lime juice, but I'm just going to use some lemon juice and some lime juice, and half a teaspoon of cream of tartar, 1 9-inch graham cracker crust, and you can serve it with whipped cream if you would like. I'm using the New York Times recipe for this recipe. Okay, firstly, you will need to heat your oven to 325 degrees with an electric mixer, but I will be using a hand mix for this. Beat 4 egg yolks on high speed until thick and light in color. So for these, you will need to crack the eggs and separate the yolk from the other stuff. Make sure you wash your hands if you get yolk on them. So you have to beat these until they're thick and light in color. This might take a while if you choose to hand mix it. Once that happens, you will need to add the condensed milk and mix on low speed if you are using an electric mixer. I'm using Eagle brand. It is a 14-ounce container of condensed milk. That's all you will need for this recipe. So now I would recommend having a little plate on the side where you put all your dirty utensils, and always remember to wash your hands if you get stuff on them. Now I will mix it in. Next on the recipe, you will need to add half of the lime juice, cream of tartar, and then the remaining lime juice. You need a mix in between. So half of the lime juice will be a fourth. It will be a fourth of a cup, which is going to be mostly because I do not have key lime juice. I'll be using 100% lime juice. And then that recipe says if you do not do that, it would be good to also add a tad of lemon juice to the mix, which I am going to do just to get that signature key lime taste, appearance, tartness, as I would put from the recipe. So I'm gonna mix this in, which is a fourth of the key lime juice, half a teaspoon of cream of tartar, cream of tartar can also prevent a bit of over mixing if you're making handmade whipped cream. If you're looking for stiff peaks, a bit of cream of tartar can help prevent over mixing that. You can use the leftover egg whites to make meringues. Now I will add in the second. I think I added enough lemon the first time. And I am going to squeeze a bit of lime over it when I serve. Now I will mix that in slowly. Now, next in the recipe, it says after you mixing those in, you should pour into the pie crust and bake for 10 to 15 minutes or until the center is firm and dry to the touch. Freeze for at least 3 hours after baking. Serve with whipped cream. So I am still mixing that. This time I will kind of experience and see if I can add a bit of green food coloring into the mixture. not too much, just to give it a green hue, because I think it's supposed to come out white in the end. So I will just mix that in. Now I will slowly put that in to the pie. It smells quite nice. Now it looks like this did not make enough for this crust, or maybe it rises.
It made enough, but it did not rise in the oven.
I'm just smoothing it out with a spoon. If it is too clumpy, I would recommend adding a bit more lime juice. And I am going to put this in the oven for 10 to 15 minutes.
Once you take your pie out of the oven, you will want to cool for at least 3 hours in the fridge. It did not rise. Your pie should be looking a bit like this one, where it is completely solid. When I cut a piece, you could see that it was fully settled all the way through. If not, I would recommend cooling for a bit more. After this, I did take a bite and it's very good. I rate it a 7 out of 10.